Welcome to Day 2 of the 75th Anniversary Sweet Adelines International Virtual Convention. Please welcome to your screen your International President, Joan Boutilier.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Day 2 of Sweet Adelines International 2020 Convention. Our journey continues. I truly hope you were able to tune in for some of our first day's activities. Today we've prepared some similar presentations, such as performance warm-ups, award tributes, an education class, and champion performances, and our fantastic and fun co-hosts, Diane Porsche and Karen Breiter, will again guide us through our day. My opening address will spotlight leadership, including some of the work we have been doing, particularly since May 1st, the beginning of the Sweet Adelines fiscal year. One of the rarer opportunities I'm experiencing as president during this unusual time is the gift of stepping into chorus rehearsals when I ordinarily may not have had the chance to do so. Even when stepping into a virtual rehearsal, I try to do what one of our master faculty members, Sharon Babb, taught me. Sharon used to say, "Each rehearsal has moments of three things: a moment of ha ha ha, aha, and ah." With that in mind, I prepare my chorus visits with the hope that the singers will experience a moment of cheer, a light bulb moment during a musical lesson, and a feeling of inspiration and connection as a chorus and within the greater Sweet Adeline community. Also, being a chorus director myself, I appreciate when special guests affirm what I'm doing in my leadership and remind my singers that they are being cared for by their leaders of their chorus, by their RMTs, by other leaders in our organization, and by me. This quote, which I close my visits with, captures the essence of this wish. It is from Misty Copeland, the first African-American woman to be promoted to principal dancer in the American Ballet Theater in its 75th history. Misty Copeland's words are, "Be strong, be fearless, be beautiful, and believe that anything is possible when you have the right people there to support you." When it comes to performing four-part harmony in the barbershop style, our organization is outstanding, but our leadership has also been remarkable. Each chorus and region has cultivated leaders which have sustained us not only through the pandemic, but for months and years before then. We also have had dozens of volunteers who have served at the international level. It is fitting then, during our 75th year, to say a heartfelt thank you to our past international presidents. The presidency can be akin to a full-time job, one which requires confidence and intelligence, and also a humble spirit, an open mind and heart, and a deep love of Sweet Adelines. Each president enters her term with energy and eagerness and passes the presidential baton with a deepened wisdom of leadership and a newfound respect for our members. The members of our boards of directors, too, commit a significant part of their personal lives to serving our organization. Dozens of members of Sweet Adelines have vowed to adhere to the duties of care, loyalty, and obedience, the responsibilities which come with the job of being on the International Board of Directors. Here now is a video presentation from our current Board of Directors.
Tomorrow's another day. I hope and pray we'll be together. Tomorrow is today.
In any given year, the Board of Directors' specific decisions and resulting actions are based on the organization's mission and vision statements, as well as its guiding principles. First, the board determines the present needs of the members. Next, they examine lessons learned from past decisions and create a strategic plan. Finally, they develop a course of action for moving forward. Our current board of directors has been particularly facing daunting challenges this year, in addition to making more typical decisions and actions. But fortunately, we've had renewed direction to inform and guide us, and a dedicated CEO to support our work. Interestingly, in the midst of making difficult decisions, we've learned some very important lessons and have celebrated some successes along the way. First, you received the news that regional competitions had to be canceled for health and safety reasons. Regional management teams and convention teams were quick to spring into action, and so many of us held virtual celebrations, much like the one we're holding this week. In the midst of our disappointment, fear, and uncertainty about health, jobs, and life in general, our RMTs allowed us to connect and be together. Then came the decisions by the Board of Directors on several important issues related to our guiding principles of culture, belonging, and diversity and inclusion. Several actions came out of these decisions, including the changing of contest rules so that songs with racist lyrics, messages, and history will no longer be permitted on the Sweet Adeline contest stage. In order to support this rule change, the completion of the song assessment tool was accelerated and it was introduced. We've learned that we are able to research a song on our own using the song assessment tool in order to make a determination about racist songs, history, and lyrics. Some comments we're hearing from you is that we often weren't aware of how much of the song's history and original intention is available to us. And we believe our performances will reflect this when we take the stage. Not only that, but we're developing a database which includes all the songs that have been assessed for all members of Sweet Adelines to access, so that we will be more educated about the songs we consider for performance. The group of volunteers, beginning with the Diversity and Inclusivity Task Force, who've taken this tool from its inception through today, is in the hundreds. We already knew that Sweet Adelines appreciated learning, but we are even more certain of that fact now, and we are proud to see the heartfelt dedication and thoughtful engagement with which Sweet Adelines have responded to the song assessment tool and other work in the areas of diversity and inclusion. In our commitment to our guiding principles of culture of belonging and diversity and inclusion, the board approved the development of a new Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council to act as permanent stewards of the work of the Diversity and Inclusivity Task Force. The DEI Council will report directly to the International Board of Directors and focus its efforts on ensuring that diversity, equity, and inclusion remain priorities for the organization. The goal for appointments to the council is to include members representing the diversity of our membership, so its decisions and recommendations are informed by the best interests of all our members. Through the use of the song assessment tool, we have found what it means at a grassroots level to recognize on a deeper level the ways in which we are diverse and inclusive. The work of the DEI Council will be to further our learning and growth as they contribute to the development of products and programs that further acknowledge and celebrate all of our members. Our international committees and task forces have been hard at work too. The Diversity and Inclusivity Task Force is rolling out a chorus toolkit. The toolkit will include tools that our choruses, quartets, and individuals can utilize to further their own efforts by presenting steps we can take to become a more inclusive and diverse organization. Components of the toolkit include first steps to introduce your group to the concepts of diversity, equity, and inclusion, how to have a respectful and productive conversation within your group, how to begin to develop a diversity, equity, and inclusion program, and DEI considerations for performance and other course decisions. Ideas for outreach and marketing that include a DEI perspective are a part of the toolkit too. Our Regional Leadership Committee and regional management teams have had webinars to share what's working and what's not during this time in our lives. Also, our RMTs and Board of Directors have had virtual gatherings to stay connected, ask and answer questions. We're learning that regular and frequent communication flowing both ways helps promote deeper understanding. Other task force work that's been at play: they've planned virtual open houses to reach new members, been reviewing important RMT documents, gathering our organizational history, researching and developing the creation of an online education system, and planning creative ways to keep us all engaged. Some of this work was born out of necessity, and other work, such as online education, was already a part of our strategic plan. However, its relevance is even more dramatically highlighted right now. Our regions and choruses have taken extraordinary steps to keep us strong recently. I've viewed breathtaking virtual performances by choruses, attended regional educational gatherings with tech-savvy coordinators, been a part of heartwarming virtual tributes to celebrate the passing of Sweet Adeline icons. I've celebrated with directors who have retired and who have devoted their entire lives to their chorus. I've participated in networking sessions for directors and RMTs to exchange ideas, and so much more. Our members, you and I, are creative and determined to come out strong on the other side of this pandemic. The strength, resiliency, maturity, and longevity of our organization is because of you, us, and those like us who have volunteered their time and talents in dedication to Sweet Adelines International. From the people who've chaired a costume committee in a chorus, to the ones who've chaired a competition and convention in their regions, to the ones who are making the decisions which take us on our journey into the next 75 years, our leadership is strong, creative, and committed to our shared goals and experiences. As we take in the events of day 2 of our virtual convention, we will see directors, singers, educators, speakers, all leaders at their finest. Many thanks for listening to my address today. Our journey is unique, with a past that includes time of pain for current and past members, to today, with leadership dedicated to leading us into a hopeful future. I'm here with an open heart, an open mind, and a deep love of Sweet Adelines. I want to thank all of you who have already made a gift to support for 75 years of Life on a High Note. We are grateful for your generosity. As I shared yesterday, to help us achieve our $200,000 US goal, Judy Gordon, baritone of the 1981 International Champion Quartet All-Star Jubilee, is extending a very generous gift of $25,000. This means your gift will be matched dollar for dollar. One very easy way to make your gift is through a new option available to our members, recurring gifts. Recurring gifts are gifts that you can set up to be made monthly on your credit card. They're super convenient. Just set it up and your gift will automatically be deducted each month. You select the monthly amount and you have the ability to make changes anytime as needed. Recurring gifts are also easy on the pocketbook. They allow you to turn smaller monthly gifts into a larger gift over the course of a year. You can easily set up your recurring gift by visiting sweetadelines.com/give. Gifts to the Campaign Education Fund will support the enhancement of existing education programs and advancement of new educational offerings for our members.